The phone vibrated against the table like a trapped insect. I didn't look at it right away. I was busy counting the freckles on her shoulder. The way she leaned in, the way her hand slid to the back of his neck with practiced certainty. No hesitation, no fear. Comfort does that to people. It makes betrayal efficient. When I finally glanced down, her name filled the screen. "Late at work, love." The words were cheerful, casual, a lie polished smooth by repetition. 3 tables away, she laughed at something he whispered. Her laugh was softer than the one she saved for me, less guarded. He touched her glass. She didn't pull away. I felt nothing at first. Not anger, not pain, just a quiet recalibration. I typed with one hand, "Work hard tonight." Then I angled my phone, snapped a photo of her table, the candle, the wine, the shadow of his arm draped where mine used to be, and sent it. I watched her phone light up, watched her smile freeze mid-breath, watched the color drain from her face as if someone had pulled a plug. That moment, the exact second she realized the world had shifted, was unforgettable. I stayed seated. That was the important part. I didn't storm over, didn't demand explanations, didn't give her the satisfaction of reaction. I sipped my drink and let the truth settle into place like a blade sliding home. She didn't look around at first. Denial held her still. Then panic nudged her eyes, scanning faces, landing on mine. Our eyes met. She knew. I gave her a small nod, polite, almost kind. She excused herself from the table. The man reached for her wrist, confused. She shook him off without looking back. She didn't come to me. She left. That told me everything I needed to know. On the walk home, memories rearranged themselves. Late nights, password changes, a sudden interest in perfume she claimed was just for herself. I'd been faithful to the version of her she'd already abandoned. At home, the house felt staged, like a model unit. Nothing disturbed, nothing real. Her side of the bed was cold. I sat in the dark and let the silence work on me. Shock passed quickly. Denial didn't bother showing up. What came instead was clarity, and with it, a plan. I became observant, quiet. I kissed her cheek when she came home the next morning, eyes swollen, breath rehearsed. She started to speak. I stopped her with a finger. "Later," I said. Later became days. I watched patterns emerge, locations, gaps in stories, names mentioned once and never again. I didn't need her phone. She wanted to be caught. Careless people always do. Receipts, calendar invites, a reservation at the same restaurant, same night, every week, always work. I learned his name without trying. Daniel, divorced, 2 kids, recently promoted, predictable. I ran numbers in my head. Time, money, lies stacked on lies, the weight of it all pressing against the seams of her composure. At night, she clung to me like a life raft. I let her. Touch without trust is easy. It's just choreography. Inside, something colder was taking shape. I wasn't interested in confrontation. I wanted precision. So I waited. I let her think she was getting away with it again. People reveal everything when they believe they're safe. The proof arrived on a Thursday. Not dramatic, not explosive, just undeniable. A forwarded email she forgot to delete. Hotel confirmation. 2 names, 1 room. I printed it, folded it neatly. That evening I set the table, cooked her favorite meal, poured wine. She smiled like someone rehearsing gratitude. After dinner, I slid the paper across the table. She unfolded it slowly. Her hands began to shake halfway through. "I can explain," she said. "I know," I replied. "That's why I didn't ask." She looked up, eyes glassy. "How long?" I took a sip of wine. "Long enough." Silence stretched, thick, heavy. "He meant nothing," she said. "It was a mistake," she said. "She loved me," she said. I listened like an auditor, detached, final. When she finished, I stood. "Pack a bag," I said. "Take your time." She broke then. Sobs, pleas, promises. I felt nothing. She expected anger. Everyone does. Instead, I gave her information. I sent him a message, I said, slipping on my coat. From your phone. Her head snapped up. Terror flickered. I told him you told me everything, that you were done lying, that you were going to tell his kids. She staggered back as if struck. He blocked you already, I added. Self-preservation. The cruelty wasn't loud. It was surgical. I walked to the door, paused. You didn't lose me tonight, I said. You lost control. Then I left her there, surrounded by the ruins of her own design. I don't miss her. I miss the person I thought she was, but that person never existed. What remains is quiet, clean, uncomplicated. Sometimes I think about her face in that restaurant, the moment the lie collapsed. It reminds me that truth doesn't need volume, just timing. I didn't confront her when it mattered to her. I confronted her when it mattered to me, and that made all the difference.